7, 6.
The capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn. The capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. And the willingness to learn is a choice. A pleasant Monday morning to all teachers of Talaingod District. I am Daniel Sumosot Jr. from the Guhoy National High School, and I am your host for this 5-day virtual event, the ECHO and Division Training of Trainers on Learning Management System. Kumusta po kayo? I hope that everyone is okay and comfortable kung nasaan man kayo ngayon. And I hope that we are all safe. Paalala lamang po na as we start this virtual event, make it sure na meron po tayong dalang tubig at mga pagkain para hindi na tayo lakad ng lakad. And of course, let us make sure na meron po tayong malakas na internet connection para mas maintindihan natin ang ating mga tatalakayan. Today, we are joined by elementary, junior, and senior high school teachers of Talaingod District, Division of Davao del Norte. With us, the distinguished region and division officials para samahan tayo sa ating webinar. For the information of all teacher participants, our technical working group is closely monitoring our attendance. We will have a uniform attendance link for elementary, junior, and senior high school in every session. That is only for the first day, for the second day, and the fifth day. At para naman po sa third day at fourth day is magkakaroon na tayo ng breakout session at hindi na pareho ang ating attendance. Meaning to say, iba na ang attendance ng elementary, junior, at senior high school. Our attendance link will be closed after 1 hour from the time na na-open ito to make sure nakaantabay tayo sa ating webinar. We will have also our link for the pre-test na ipapakita sa ating screen. This pre-test will be submitted before 12 noon. Again, we will have also our link for the pre-test na ipapakita sa ating screen. And this pre-test will be submitted before 12 noon. At ang ating pre-test ay magbubukas mamayang alas 9 ng umaga. And aside from the attendance link and pre-test, meron din po tayong evaluation link na anytime ay pwedeng ma-flash sa ating screen. Uulitin ko, aside from the attendance link at pre-test link, meron din po tayong evaluation link na anytime ay pwedeng ma-flash sa ating screen. And if you like also to post pictures on your Facebook regarding our webinar, don't forget to use or to include our official hashtag Echo on DTOT LMS, and hashtag Basta Talaingod Hawod. Again, meron din po tayong official hashtag Echo on DTOT LMS and hashtag Basta Talaingod How would? And do not also forget to subscribe our official YouTube channel, the Talaingod District. And to formally start this virtual event, please let us give respect to our motherland by singing of national anthem and acknowledge the presence of our Almighty God through an opening prayer, and to be followed by the singing of Davao del Norte and Davao Region Hymn.
Davao Region, pinanggang yuta, may bukid apong halabing taas. Haring agilan na sudmong langgang, waling-waling haras sa kahilakan. May udawan, ug haring durian, lupi ug saging, bukas damian, yutang ginahan sa Davao Enyo, makugi ang mga tao. Ang bilangko, mga probinsya, mga dakbayan nagkahiusa, may gituuhan nga Diyos, Davao de Oro, Davao Oriental, del Norte Occidental, del Sur, siyudad sa Davao, Panabot-tabong, Samal Island, Mati-Ugigos, Davao Region, di panaligdan, mga bahanding kinaiyahan, yutang tabunok, daghanang lindot, nga kapanginabuhian, garbo sa tanan ng Davao Region, among yutang agipangga.
Sagana sa mga kalikasan, magagandang kabukiran. Pagsasakaligo sa pagpipira, ang aming pagkabuhayan. Mamamay maligaya, sa dakilang nanawigan. Kung yan privado seryoso, nagkakaisa sa paglutas ng problema. Mga tao'y laging nagtutulungan, nangungunlad ang aming bayan. Kapayapaan ang aming lipunan, ang siyang hangarin ng lahat. Mamamaya'y maligaya, sa dakilang lalawigan. Dahil sa biyaya ng magandang kalikasan, kami nagkakaisa na dumakilang bansa. Lakas ng aming buhay sa bayan ay ibibigay. Manatiling maglilingkod, magpahanggang sa libingan. Dahil sa biyaya ng magandang kalikasan, kami nagkakaisa na dumakilang bansa. Lakas ng aming buhay sa bayan ay bibigay. Manatiling maglilingkod, labanan norte,
Once again, good morning and welcome to ECHO Division Training of Trainers on Learning Management System. Today, we are so delighted to have the presence of the important people in DepEd. And to formally present and welcome them, may I request on screen Mr. Alfonso Santiala Jr. to present the DepEd Central and Region officials, division officials, PSDS, principals and school heads of Talaingod District and Technical Working Group. Sir, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Thank you, Sir Daniel. Good morning, Talaingod teachers. Basta Talaingod, how would our respect to the DepEd Division of Davao del Norte office headed by our school's division superintendent, Dr. D. Silva, with her, our assistant schools division superintendent, Dr. Romel P. Handayan, and the rest of the officials in the division office, and also to our public schools district supervisor, Sir Justiniano Di Cubar, and to our active school heads, principals in the different schools in Talaingod district, and of course, our dearest teachers, participants who really participate in this 5-day webinar training. Good morning once again sa inyong tanan dinhaa. Today, I am tasked to present to you our dear participants, resource person who will be with us all throughout this webinar training. First, I see Undersecretary for Curriculum and Instruction, Sir Gisdado San Antonio, our Ed Regional Office 11 CLMD Chief, Dr. Janet J. Veloso, and to our Division of Davao del Norte officials, headed by Dr. D. Salva, our Schools Division Superintendent, and also the Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Romel R. Handayan. And to our CID Chief, Dr. Edward C. Amogis, and also the SGOD Chief, Dr. Lolita P. Andamon. And our Public Schools District Supervisor in Talaingod District, Sir Justiniano Dicobar, and to our active Talaingod District school heads and principals in different schools. First, we have in Banaog Elementary School, Ma'am Janet B. Piñapel. With her are the elementary teachers, and also in the Barobo Elementary School, headed by Ma'am Ruchin and Akaw. We also recognize the elementary teachers in that school. In Basak Elementary School, headed by Sir Raul C. Bacos. We also recognize the elementary teachers. By integrated school, we have Sir Ruel B. Flores. We also recognize the teachers in elementary and junior high school in that school. Kabajangan Integrated School, we have Ma'am Elsie P. Lucino. We also recognize the elementary and junior high school teacher in Kabajangan Integrated School. In Central Baogan Elementary School, we have Ma'am Perlas A. Labial. We also recognize the elementary school teachers in Central Baogan Elementary School. Huy Angelo Elementary School, headed by Ma'am Loretta L. Uhina. And in the Guhoy National High School, headed by Ma'am Christine E. Paulican. We would like to recognize the junior high school and senior high school teachers. In Dalingding Elementary School, headed by Sir Ronelo Halbuna. In Dato Jose A. Libayaw Memorial National High School, headed by Sir John Carlo M. Pacani. And with him are the junior high school and senior high school teachers. In Butay Integrated School and Dulyan Extension, P. Alano. In Gatong Elementary School and Igang Extension, headed by Ma'am Girlie M. Limbadan. In Ibuyag Lamburan Elementary School, headed by Sir Jesse O. Fortuna. Also in Ibuyag Pukapok Elementary School, headed by Sir Jeremy A. Gornes. In Kamingawan Elementary School, Sir Alfonso B. Galgo Jr. In Kilometer 31 Primary School, headed by Sir Leo M. Ligaspi. In Cuyas Elementary School, we have Ma'am Ida Jean T. Calanza. In Basak Elementary School, Lambid Extension, Sir Jeric Braille B. Lascunha. In Lumundong Elementary School, headed by Ma'am Hazel Ann T. Manigos. In Lumabag Elementary School, headed by Sir Marion G. Criayla. In Malapanit Primary School, we have Ma'am Zinaida C. Agalaw. In Meslong Integrated School, we have Sir Ben Krishman U. Kulita. In Milyong Elementary School, Sir Inocencio A. Evangelista. In Dato Jose A. Libayaw Memorial National High School, Natulinan Extension, Sir Charles Ride Manos. Napisalan Elementary School, headed by Ma'am Juvic C. Saging. In Napunong Elementary School, headed by Ma'am Luz Minda L. Viloria. In Aseco Integrated School, headed by Ma'am Erlene P. Maldo. In Asilaban Integrated School, headed by Sir Junmar B. Laab. In Natulinan Elementary School, Sir Romel P. Francisco. In Paikon Integrated School, Sir Dexter B. Soriano. In Palma Hill Integrated School, Sir Jose L. Figuracion. Kilometer 31 Elementary School, Pongpong Extension, Sir Alfredo David Jr. Nasilaban Integrated School, Sambulungan Extension, Sir Rodel Fernandez. Santo Niño Central Elementary School, headed by Ma'am Reynali G. Santos. . Santo Niño National High School, headed by Ma'am Arlene P. Murillo. TB Elementary School, headed by Ma'am Donabel P. Marimon. Lastly, Intibukag Integrated School, headed by Sir Cornelio F. Bangoy. So we would like to also to present to you the District Technical Working Group who really continuously give their effort, their time, day and night just to make this training possible. Our technical working group leaders headed by Ma'am Erlene P. Maldo and also Sir Joash G. Himintisa. And to our TWG in elementary team, we have Ma'am Connie Almini, Ma'am Charity Santaliejo, and of course, our host in the elementary level, Ma'am JC L. Teleron. And to our TWG junior high school level, we have Sir Lorenzo Junior L. Ugan, Sir Cherwell B. Guliban, and yours truly, your host for junior high school, I'm Alfonso Santiala Jr. Okay, so shout out sa lahat ng ating mga teachers who are watching right now. I hope that everyone is comfortable dinha sa inyong gilingkuran karon habang nagatanaw ta sa atuang 5-day webinar training. We are now in our day 1. Next, in our technical working group in senior high school level, we have Ma'am Marisol T. Liuligao, Ma'am Remedios T. Acoba, and also our overall host for this 5-day webinar training, Sir Daniel D. Sumusut Jr. And also, in this 5-day webinar training, dear teachers, dear participants, we will dive in our objectives all throughout this webinar. First, understand the effective use of learning management system. Second, appreciate the usefulness, importance of learning management system, delving into its steps and methods in teaching a lesson to the students. And lastly, apply the learnings in making a lesson proper with the use of learning management system. Okay. So, ang mahaba-haba yung mga diskusyon na natatalakayin ng ating mga resource speakers sa ating 5-day webinar training. So, that's all for our participants and our resource persons in this uh, webinar training. That's all, and God bless.
Thank you so much, Sir Alfonso Santiago. At this moment, to give us a welcome address, allow me to invite on screen a man full of substance, a good model, and a leader to all of us here on Talaingod District. Our very own public schools district supervisors, no less than Sir Tostiniano D. Cubar. Sir, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Mo-
Daniel, good morning. So, ikaw na gyud na Daniel, no? For the whole duration. Ikaw na gyud ang host. So, thank you, no? Thank you very much sa atong PWG headed by Ma'am Erlin Maldo, and with the group of PWG. So, to our regional director, Ma'am Dr. Evelyn Pitalbiro, to ARD, Dr. Ines Asuncion, to our Chief of CLMD. CLMD ba yun? Dr. Janet Biloso, to our Schools Division Superintendent, the very active Dr. D. Silva, to our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Romel Andayan, to our two chiefs, Chief Amogis and Chief Andamon, to our school heads in elementary and high school in Talaingod. Good morning to all of you. So, this morning is the first day of our LMS webinar. So, this is the maybe the solution for this new normal, so that we can deliver the the uh, the learning to our learners. So the DepEd introducing to us the edukalidad, what it means, or quality education for all. So according to the unknown uh, unknown message author, so health officials are currently taking steps to prevent the introduction and spread of COVID-19 into the communities across the world. The pandemic situation is affecting the lives of many students, families, and communities. This special collection is compiling stories and solutions from schools around the world doing their best for students. So what are needs in these challenging times? Tools, resources, and tips are plentiful. But how do we find ones that really work? What is the solution? We encourage our community to share homeschooling and online learning resources that support students' learning and well-being, meaning the students, the parents, and educators around the world are feeling the extraordinary ripple effect of the novel coronavirus as schools are shutting down and quarantine methods are being ordered to cope with the global pandemic, while the governments and health officials are doing their best slowing down the outbreak. Global education system are collaborating to collectively respond and provide quality education for all during this difficult time. Our jobs is to help everyone in providing quality education for all, even in these exceptional times. So here comes the LMS. LMS is the tool for, to all our teachers, the platform uh, that we are going to deposit to our teachers their preparation for the learning process. Just like last week, no, during the LMS webinar, during the simulation, I observed one of the simulator using LMS, the platform nga gwapo kay ang preparation, ang iyang setup, ang iyang stories na didto tanan. This story is about the uh, langgam at tikpalong isa gani tipaklong. I mean tipaklong. Then uh, iya lang gi-play ang stories, din naka-provide na siya o mga motive questions. So dito na dito ang iya ko na develop niya ang moral values, mga values of the students. Dito na gid sa iyang platform gi-deposit ang iyang preparation. Meaning the LMS is the platform that the teachers are going to deposit sa iyang with all their preparation during the learning process of the students. So with this 5D webinar, I hope that you will learn more how to deliver uh, our learning process to our students even this pandemic. So although ang atong kuan in Talaingod, only few can apply this, but maybe coming this December, basig pwede na ta nga kanang face to face or nanay mga kaya na sa atong mga parents ang online, so pwede na nato ni ma-apply. We are just preparing ourselves nga nana po'y laing kuan, nana po'y directive sa atong DepEd. So ready na ta, no? Ready na ta. So I hope that all the participants will attend this 5D seminar. Never mind all the problems encountered during naa sa imong palibot. Just focus lang sa atong webinar kay daghan kay tag makatunan ini 5D seminar. So thank you and good morning everyone. So Daniel, okay na. Hello Daniel. Back to you. Wala lagi yung bati.
Thank you so much, Sir Justiniano D. Cubar, for welcoming all the teacher participants of Talaingod District. and also the technical working group of Talaingod District headed by Ma'am Maldo and Sir Clementiz are really glad to be part of this 5-day webinar. And to give the inspirational message, let us all welcome on screen our very intelligent and enthusiastic, our very own Chief of Curriculum Implementation Division, Dr. Edward Amugis.
Thank you so much to our school's division superintendent, Dr. D. Selva, to our assistant schools division superintendent, Dr. Romel Handayan, to our education program supervisors, to our public schools district supervisors of the different districts in Davao del Norte. For Asuncion, we have Mr. Jose Melendres. For BE Dohali, Dr. Renard Ukay. Carmen, we have Mr. Nole De Felipe. Kapalong East, Mr. Marlon Ibrado. Kapalong West, Mrs. Sara Cubar. Yucurilia, Mr. Bernardo Boyles. We have in San Isidro, our new district supervisor, Dr. Ana Daniel. Then Santo Tomas East, Dr. Divina de la Cueva. Our Santo Tomas West supervisor, Mr. Clemente Timbal. And Talaingod, Mr. Justiniano Cubar. I am very happy to see you today, although this is just only a virtual message, but I am very happy with your attendance because as I learned from your technical group, almost all of our teachers have been joining this district webinar on learning management system. Now, this is a cascading of the activity from the region to the division level. Now, I commend also our district supervisor for leading this webinar to our teachers. So all our teachers in the different schools, now in all our schools in the district, should have been attended in this training. Now, during our division webinar, we only select a few teachers from the different schools. And now, since this is already a district webinar, so all our teachers should have been attended this training, no? Now, this is a very important webinar for you teachers because as we prepare our school, no, ourselves for the opening of classes on on August 24, I'm sorry, on August 24, so we are already equipped with the necessary skills and the different modalities that will be implemented by our respective schools. Now, this LMS can be applicable not only on the online learning, but even in the modular because in this system, our teachers would be able to get some materials, no, in this LMS. So this is a very important activity for us so that you will know on how to acquire those materials in the learning management system. I would like to mention also our technical working group who have been working on this, no, because the materials that you will be using in this LMS the materials that we have mahirapan kasi andito na yung mga video materials natin, no, yung mga video messages and everything, no. So all you have to do is just listen to the lecture that will be giving to you by our respective resources or resource persons. Okay, so with this, congratulations in advance, and I hope that this training will be another fruitful training for the teachers because I believe that you are also joining different webinars, no? So yung iba nga, sabi nila, ang dami na nilang mga webinars na natatanggap. So with those webinars, and I'm sure that it can really help you as we go on with our classes on August 24. So with this, I would say thank you, and I hope that the learning that you will gain in this webinar will also be cascaded to our learners. Thank you, and good morning, everyone.
Thank you so much, CID Chief Dr. Edward C. Amukis. At this moment, another message to be given to us by the dynamic and intelligent leader of the DepEd Division of Davao del Norte, our very own Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. D. Silva.
To our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Romel Handayan, to CID Chief Edward Amugis, to the Public Schools District Supervisors, to the Education Program Supervisors, to the school heads, teachers, members of the Technical Working Group, good morning. I am very glad that you are having a district TOT on learning management system. I would like to congratulate the people behind this. I'm sure that this event today will surely assist our teachers comes August 24, 2020 and onwards. As we all know, COVID-19 disrupted our life. It changed the way of life. It affected many things around us, our processes, our activities, including education. That's why the Department of Education, from the central office down to the schools, down to the teachers, are making great things in preparation for the opening of classes. Lahat ay abalang-abala sa iba't ibang mga activities para lang ma-ensure that education will continue despite the pandemic. Kaya we really appreciate the sacrifices, all the efforts, time spent by each DepEd teaching and non-teaching employee para lang magkakaroon tayo ng matiwasay na pagpapalaganap ng ating learning continuity plan. Ako ay lubos na natutuwa sa lahat ng ating mga nagawa mula sa pag-develop natin ng ating 8-week reading curriculum hanggang sa paggawa ng mga ADM modules at saka sa paggawa ng ating mga self-learning activity sheets. Lahat yan ay nakikita namin dito sa division office. Kaya nga, we are very thankful sa lahat ng mga teachers, sa ating mga school heads, kahit gaano pa ka hectic ang kanilang mga schedules, kaliwat kanan ang mga webinars, tigdadalawang laptops, dadalawang cellphones, sabay-sabay na naka-open para lang maka-attend sa iba't ibang webinars. Kahit busy-busy sa mga trabaho sa bahay, hindi pa rin iniwanan ang mga trabaho para sa kapakanan ng ating mga learners. Kaya lang, dapat nating tandaan na kahit anong ginagawa natin upang maging preparado tayo para sa Agosto 24, tandaan palagi natin na ang ating kalusugan ang siyang ang ating priority. uunahin natin ang ating health. At sa bawat activity na ating gagawin para sa preparasyon natin para sa August 24, dapat nating gawin ang lahat ng bagay na may pag-iingat. Ipapatupad natin ang mga health protocols sa ating mga aralan, sa ating mga pagtitipon, sa lahat ng ating mga gawain. Always remember, our health comes first. We work as one, we heal as one. Sana ang inyong pagdalo sa ating webinar ngayon para sa LMS, sana ang lahat ay makakapulot ng maraming bagay para maging produktibo tayo at magigiganda tayo para sa pagbubukas ng klase. Kahit ito ay hindi nagsasabing tayo ay pupunta sa paaralan, magkakaroon tayo ng face-to-face na pagklase. Ang lahat ng mga modalities na applicable sa ating mga schools ay gagawin natin. Sana tulong-tulong tayong gumawa ng mga bagay-bagay upang lalong mapaunlad natin ang ating mga interventions at ang ating mga paghahanda. So, nagpapasalamat ako sa lahat ng mga taong nasa likod ng activities na to. Maraming salamat sa inyong mga ginagawa at sana ang Diyos ay palaging magpapatnubay sa atin sa lahat ng ating mga ginagawa para sa ating mga kabataan. Again, thank you very much and congratulations for the great job done.
There you have it, Dr. D. Silva. Thank you for that very inspiring message, ma'am. I hope that all teachers here in Talaingod District really inspired to face the new normal situation. We are hoping that this webinar will be useful in facing the new normal education. Allow me to say that we are lucky today because we have a very important guest from DepEd Central Office and DepEd Region 11 Office. So without further ado, to give us her own message and to introduce our guest speaker for today, we have the Chief of Curriculum and Learning Management Development of DepEd Regional Office, Region 11, Dr. Janet J. Villoso.
To introduce to you our guest speaker this morning. He holds a research of PhD in education from the University of Newcastle, Australia, and he has been tasked to coordinate the ongoing review of the K-12 curriculum, and he also attempts to find ways of ensuring that every learner achieves authentic literacy. He pushes for transparency, ethics, and accountability in school governance. And in addition, he believes that a strong rewards and recognition system is an effective way to encourage officials and teachers to aim for excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Undersecretary for Curriculum and Instruction at the Department of Education Central Office. Please welcome Honorable Diosdado M. San Antonio.
Thank you very much, Ms. Jeanette, our CLMD Chief, for that very generous introduction. Good morning, fellow educators and fellow teachers in the Davao Region, Region 11. In the name of Secretary Leonor Liling Magtolis Briones, who unfortunately cannot join us today, I convey the sincerest congratulations and salute from the DepEd Central Office for your effort in being strong and intense in preparing our fellow teachers and fellow school officials so that we can deliver the kind of basic education service that our learners deserve. I know that, and you are also aware that this is really a very trying time. COVID-19 has changed the way everybody in the whole world operates. And this also means that among the different professionals, educators will have to find ways of being able to render basic education services in the most cost beneficial and effective way. We've been listening to the reports presented even by your regional director, Eve, and the other regional directors during our regular MANCO meeting, sharing with us the initiatives and interventions every region has been pursuing. And this actually gives us, at the EXICOM, that sense of that sense of confidence that even if the challenges seem to be Herculean, we will prevail. This is because we know that everybody else, even if, as I've said, our observers, is some stakeholders who are not very positive about the kind of preparations we're doing, they imagine that this could be very difficult. But aware that there will be more than 40,000 school heads who are mostly highly competent and committed. And there are more than 200 school superintendents. There are 17 regional directors that will actually contextualize the learning continuity plan prepared by the central office, actually in collaboration with our internal stakeholders and external stakeholders. I know that the job that seems to be impossible will be doable. And of course, our strand, particularly curriculum and instruction, has always mentioned that we cannot do this if the principals, if the superintendents, if our fellow teachers are not capacitated. Of course, it has been also pointed out that in terms of the preparation, in terms of capacitating our fellow teachers, we have lots of things to accomplish. But according to our timeline, we are just we are just on time. So congratulations for taking the step towards making sure that everyone engaged or involved in efforts to deliver basic education services this coming school year is capable. It's really stupid to expect people to deliver, to learn how to do modules, how to monitor distance learning in its different modalities if we don't make them capable. Of course, there are a few exceptions who would normally do a self-directed learning opportunity, considering that we have lots of massive online learning modules and courses that are even free. So, fellow educators, let us just make sure that as we all perform our tasks, we do this with love. We always consider the welfare of our subordinates, of our teammates. I would just, of course, I've not monitored any form of coercion in your area, but there are areas in the Philippines where teachers seem to be overwhelmed with the ever-changing and multiple overwhelming things that their principals are telling them to do. Again, I think the key is for everybody to feel that they are respected, that they are loved, that we are concerned about their welfare. Even as we are all super eager and enthusiastic to really prepare best, as already acknowledged by your ARD, we will not go for perfection. We will go for excellence, which is an effort, constant effort for improving the things that we do over and over again. Excellence is the habit of and the mindset of never settling for mediocrity. Excellence is an effort, consistent effort in improving upon our previous performances. If we are able to do that, we can claim that we are disciples of the culture of excellence. So I'm not going to hold you very long because I know there are better inputs that you will gain from our resource persons. So again, congratulations and all the best for us. Feel free to let us know if you need some kind of support. I also always say that our teammates, in my own 35 years of experience serving the Department of Education, people in my team, my own subordinates, immediate subordinates, give services beyond what is expected when they are given leeway, when they are given certain power to decide on how they will do things. What should be important is to clarify the results that we expect from them. It's not really a good idea to micromanage. The other thing that I wanted to share is I think I already suggested it this earlier. People demonstrate a more passionate service when they are not coerced. When we appeal to the sense of volunteerism, just like many of our fellow teachers in your area who went out of their way so that they could attend, the webinars that we have organized for them. Those are things that we do when the leaders appeal for that sense of responsibility and accountability and volunteerism instead of imposing, instead of saying you do this or else. And I know that's not happening in your area, but I'm just reminding all of us that on the basis of, as I've said, my own personal and professional experience, I've been able to get a lot more from my teammates using the principles of appreciative inquiry, looking for things to appreciate instead of watching out for things to criticize. Thank you very much. Mabuhay po tayo.
That was our Undersecretary for Curriculum and Instruction of DepEd Central Office, Undersecretary Honorable Diosdado San Antonio. And we would like also to thank the CLMD Chief of DepEd Region 11, Dr. Janet J. Veloso. Maraming salamat po. At this moment, the link for the pre-test is now officially open. Again, the link for the pre-test is now officially open. Until 12 noon lang po ang ating pre-test. Again, until 12 noon lang po ang ating pre-test. At this part of this program, let us watch a video presentation that shows how a public elementary school in Navotas embracing the new normal system of basic education. Through this video, we may be able to widen our horizon about the new modalities of learning and learn what is our important part as teachers in this new normal. So without further ado, let's watch this video presentation.
Araw-araw ay ganito ang nakasanayang gawin ng batang si Dylan. Siya ay maliligo. Isusuot ang kanyang uniforme. Kakain ng almusal. Ihahanda ang kanyang mga gamit sa pagpasok sa paaralan. Sa bawat akbang ay baon niya ang mga karanasan at mga kaalaman na kanyang natutunan sa paaralan. Isa lamang si Dylan sa mahigit 4,000 mag-aaral mula kinder hanggang grade 6 sa Dagat-Dagatan Elementary School, lungsod ng Navotas. Ngunit ang paaralan na dati ay puno ng mga mag-aaral, ngayon ay wala ng laman. Sa bawat pasilyo at bawat silid-aralan ay nababalot ng katahimikan. Dahil sa pandemya na dulot ng COVID-19 ay maraming sistema ang nagbago. Ipinahayag ng Department of Education ang patuloy na pagbubukas ng klase ngayong darating na pasukan.
Officially, August 24. Tapos matapos naman ang school year by April 30.
Dahil dito, nagkaroon ng mga masusing pagpaplano, konsultasyon at mga pagsasanay ang bawat rehiyon at sangay ng Department of Education upang ipagpatuloy ang edukasyon sa angkop na pamamaraan tulad ng distance learning through modified modular learning delivery. At ngayong darating na pasukan, inaasahan na ang mga mag-aaral ay hindi napapasok sa paaralan at ipagpapatuloy ang kanilang pag-aaral sa loob ng tahanan. Ngunit paano makapag-aral ang mga tulad ni Karen na walang ayos na tahanan at naninirahan lamang sa gilid na lansangan?
Ako po si Heidi. Ako po si Nanay Heidi. Hirap po kami sa buhay. Yan na po yung hanap buhay po namin sa pangangalakal. Malit lang ang kinikita namin. At paano po pagka may online, paano namin pagtutusan yan? Kahit dito lang po sa bahay lang po. Basta mayroon pong matutunan mga bata.
Ito ang hiling ni Nanay Heidi para sa kanyang anak at ating bibigyan ng katugunan gamit ang isang kahon at mga angkop na pamamaraan.
Ito ay ituturo sa bahay, nagagabayan ng magulang. Kasi po, tayo po sa Navotas ay gagamit ng iisa lang na platform. Ito po yung modular. So maswerte po kami sapagkat itong lahat na ito ay provided at walang mag-aaral na hindi matutugunan ang quality ng education sa kanilang tahanan.
Budget, pat, panapa. Project panapa.
Po yung learning style at ito po ay ayon sa pag-aaral.
Dito po sa modified modular distance learning, ang mga guro po ay siyempre naghahanda ng mga kagamitang gagamitin, katulad po ng mga tools o learning plans, worksheets, answer sheets, guide ng mga magulang kung paano po nila gagamitin ang module sa kanilang mga tahanan. At syempre po meron din kaming ginawang reflection para po malaman namin kung ano ba ang na-experience ng mga magulang sa kanilang pag-assist sa kanilang mga anak, sa kanilang mga tahanan.
Meron siyang hindi naintindihan at nag-text niya sa akin kasi alam ko din po yung number niya.
So, alam din po natin kung paano natin pinipick up, kinuha ang ating mga labo and a box. Tama po?
Pabor po ako sa ganitong paraan ng pag-aaral ng aking anak. Sa pamamagitan po ng module, na ipagpapatuloy pa rin po ng aking anak ang kanyang pag-aaral. At pagdating po sa module, pag hindi po ako makapunta ng school, hinahatid po ng barangay ang module sa bahay. Madali pong sagutan ng module. Hindi po ako ang nagtuturo sa anak ko. Ang ginagawa ko lang po ay inaayos ko po yung pwesto niya sa kanyang pag-aaral para maging komportable po siya. At kung may katanungan po siya tungkol sa module, kinukontak ko po yung teacher niya through messenger po or text para siya na po ang magpaliwanag sa kanya.
Gamit po ang module, nakapag-aral naman po ako kahit po sa bahay. Pag meron po naman akong tanong, nandiyan naman po si tita. Pero pag hindi din po alam ni tita, meron naman po kaming Facebook sa teacher.
Ako si Karen Sabrano. Ako po ay isang taong gulang po. Ako po ay nag-aaral sa Dagat-Dagatan Elementary School. Ano po, sinusubok-subukan ko po. Inuulit ko po yung gets ko na po. Tapos nag-upload po ako ni mama. Tapos pag hindi po ni mama kaya, gagawin ko po. Sinusubukan ko po sa mag-gets ko para Matuto po ako. Bago pumasok sa paaralan. Upang maging kaya ang aking buhok, ay madalas ko itong sinusubayan.
Tapos yun na, the rest of the learning area, para meron tayong capture the documentation ng bawat subject, kailangan at least may
So, sino lang nakasagot sa inyo ng subukin?
Pag natapos nyo yan, ilalagay ang inyong mga activity sheet sa plastic envelope na kulay green. Tama?
Opo.
Thumbs up. Understand.
Yan. Okay, say good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hanapin yung module nila.
Pati na kung yung hawak ng module. Nasaan ang module nyo? Sige, sundan nyo ako ha. Taas ang module, yan. Itaas lahat. Taas ang module ng TLE. Yan.
Okay. Good afternoon mga bata. Oh, nandito si Ma'am Depas. Ma'am Depas, kaway ka.
Lockdown po. Ito po, yung anak ko makapag-aral lang kahit sa bahay lang po. Meron po tulong. Salamat po sa may tumutulong sa kanya na may nagtataway. Natutulungan po siya magbasa, magsulat, yun.
Po kay Mami Lynn na tinuturuan po ako at sa mga teacher ko po at sa mga taong tumulong po sa akin at sa principal po. Salamat po.
Tunay na malayo pa ang daan na dapat nating tahaking. At walang perpektong sistema na kaya nating buuin. Sa ngayon, ang mahalaga ay ang kinabukasan ng mga bata na ating bubuuin ng pag-iingat at sapat na pag-unawa. Sa ilalim ng distance learning system, ang batang si Dylan ay maagang naliligo. Nagbibihis mag-isa. Kumakain ng agahan. Inihahanda ang kanyang mga gamit mula sa Napo Box.
Po si Dylan, nag-aaral po sa Dagat-Dagatan Elementary School. Grade 3 na po sa pasukan. Gusto ko po mag-aaral dahil pangarap ko maging police.
Katulad ni Dylan, lahat tayo ay nangangarap. Pangarap na abot tanaw sa di kalayuan. Insan, kailangan nating baguhin ang ating mga nakasanayan at buksan ang isang kahon ng pagkakataon para sa patuloy na pagkatuto tungo sa edukalidad.
Alina kayo mga bata, galing tayo sa bahay. Ang pagkasa, edukalidad. Ayos!
Thank you so much for that video presentation. I hope na mas naintindihan natin kung ano ang mangyayari sa isang new normal situation in the basic education. So moving on to our program let us watch a video presentation of one of our division management team members to give us an orientation on the quality assurance, technical assistance, monitoring, and evaluation, or the CATAM. Again, and now the attendance link is now officially open. Again, the attendance link is now officially open. So again, let us welcome on screen Sir Arnel F. Labasan to discuss to us about the quality assurance, technical assistance, and monitoring and evaluation, or the CATAM.
We have the two chiefs the of our division, key chief Edward Amugis from CID, and also from the SGOD, Dr. Rita Andamon, and also the division TWG participants, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Okay, my part is to give to you the brief orientation on QUATAMI, the quality assurance, technical assistance, monitoring, and evaluation, on why we need evaluate the trainings, and also what are the content to be evaluated, and what are the link of the part 1, the daily evaluation, and also the part 2, the end program evaluation or survey. And also we have here the schedule or time for the evaluation. Okay, we have the rationale of the QUATAMI, the quality assurance, technical assistance, monitoring and evaluation, or QUATAMI, is implemented in accordance to the installation of the Department of Education Quality Management System, or QMS, aligning to Administrative Order number 161, state that institutionalizing quality management system and governance. This was amended through Executive number 605, institutionalizing the structure, mechanism, and standard to implement quality management program. This issue one says direct all government agencies to implement and institutionalize national quality management system as a strategy to promote transparency and accountability in governance, to provide a framework for assessing quality system performance, establish public service quality standards, and recognize quality excellence among government organizations. Therefore, this training, which is entitled Division Training of Trainers for Learning Management System, is required to be conducted with QUATAMI to quality assured as to how well and effective the program being conducted through online evaluation. And now we have the content to be evaluated. On part 1, daily operations, so sessions and facilitators, then significant learning, then program management and operations. In part 2, end of the program survey, so program management based on the training matrix, objectives, content, learning materials, program management teams, then virtual training environment. So this is now the Kwatami link for part 1 uh, in our online daily evaluation. So we evaluate every after the last session in the afternoon. So the link of the part 1, https://bit.ly/dubnor DTOT-LMS. So in part 2, so we have end of the program survey. So this is for on July 24, 2020 at 12 noon. So the link, https colon double slash bit.ly/dubnor dt OTLMS dash EOP. So this is the link of the Watami. And also in part 1, we have also, it will be open in the last session, and it will be closed at 6 p.m. So I will encourage to you that we evaluated after the session and in the afternoon, and it will be open on the following day at 5 p.m. So this is a friendly user. So please answer or fill up the question given in the link. So please use the link to evaluate the training, and honest and accurate assessment is needed to provide the program management team a clear picture of how the training is conducted, and this is also the basis for the certificate of participation. Take note, this is this is also the basis for the certificate of participation, and the list of the participants who evaluated will be forwarded to the PWD. And that's all. And once again, good morning.
That was the orientation of Sir Arnel F. Labasan for the Katami. And that was also the last part of our opening program. Okay, for the information of everybody, so isang beses lang po tayo magkakaroon ng evaluation or gamit ang Katami link. Again, isang beses lang po tayo magkakaroon ng evaluation gamit ang Katami link at mag-evaluate tayo sa huling araw ng ating webinar. Again, mag-evaluate lamang tayo sa huling araw ng ating webinar. So, moving on at this time to give us a presentation on the common topics from DepEd Central Office and embracing DepEd vision, mission, and core values. Let us all welcome on screen the EPS on HRRD DepEd Region 11, Dr. Dane M. Kanda.
Using DepEd vision, mission, and core values. Our terminal objectives. At the end of the session, the participants should be able to internalize their roles aligned with understanding of DepEd vision, mission, and core values. Our enabling objectives. 1. To reflect the deeper meaning of DepEd vision, mission, and core values. 2. To convey their pledge of commitment in the realization of DepEd vision and mission, and in the upholding of DepEd core values. Now, let's start with our first activity. But since this is a webinar, we will not group into 4, because actually, I would like to inform you that this topic is migrated from the topic given to the from the common topics given to the senior high school teachers during their training. I think that was 3 years ago. So I think we have to skip this slide and move on to the next. Now, these are the questions that are supposed to be asked during this activity. What dream is represented in your group? What is that your dream? what are you doing? But we are going to skip this since this is not a face-to-face training. Now, what takes it for dreams to be achieved? First, clarity or of dream or vision. It means to say that it's not only a person dreaming, but even organization, they have also the dream. And the dream of the organization is called vision. For example, DeepEd has its own vision also. It means to say that our organization is being guided by its vision, that all the strategies, all the activities that are done by a certain organization gears towards the realization of the vision of the organization. Second is clear strategy. As I said earlier, all strategies will gear towards the realization of the vision of the organization. So if the strategies are not clear, eventually, or it goes without saying that the vision of the organization will not be realized. So therefore, to realize the vision of the organization, the organization must have clear strategies on how to achieve its vision. Next is aligned activities. It means to say that all the activities are intertwined from one another, that all activities will will be hitting one direction, and that is the realization of the goal. And the last is clear understanding of the roles. This means that each of the persons in the organization should have defined well their roles, their job functions, so that there will be no overlapping of roles, there will be no miscommunication, because there is clear understanding of the roles of the people in the organization based on their job functions. The deep vision, what do you already know? Okay, since this is a face-to-face activity, we're going to skip this. Now, this slide is the vision of DepEd. So let's for you. DepEd vision. We dream of Filipinos who passionately love their country and whose values and competencies enable them to realize their full potential and contribute meaningfully to building the nation. As a learner-centered public institution, the Department of Education continuously improves itself to better serve its stakeholders. Let's answer this. While reciting, what were you thinking of? Were you visualizing for the school heads or for the teachers, the learners? What, where will they be 5 years from now? And what will your contribution, what will your contribution as an instructional lead or as a teacher towards the realization of the deep vision? So as a teacher, we should think about these three questions because this is important. These four questions will guide us and will help us contribute to the achievement of the goal of DepEd. Now let us take a closer look. We dream of Filipinos. Our vision is more than just the end of the plan. It is a dream, a wish, a prayer. What we fervently hope for and what we diligently work towards. By envisioning, we begin to fulfill our mandate and responsibilities stated in the Republic Act number 9155 and do our duty as Filipinos. I always wonder where we are now as far as achieving this goal of DepEd. And I am challenging also each of you, its teacher now, in this webinar. What are our contributions? Have we really pondered what our roles and responsibilities in order that the dream of DepEd will be realized? Again, may I say again, where are we now as far as achieving our vision? Because this is now the myth of our vision. We dream of a child who passionately loves their country. The word passionately love their country is very ideal and very broad because loving a country takes many actions, considers many areas. Now, again, where are we now as far as developing a child who passionately love their country? Actually, we want to develop learners who are true citizens and patriots, have a strong desire to serve their country and work for its betterment. Actually, this is very ideal. Indeed, this statement is a dream. Who passionately love their country means, in what ways can our learners show nationalism? Sometimes I am sad when I attend flag ceremony because during the flag ceremony I can see that learners do not pay attention much during the ceremony. And that's a symbol of nationalism when you pay attention, full attention to the flag ceremony. My question again now, where are we as far as achieving our goal? How can you teachers or supervisors reinforce this? Teachers are the direct, are the persons in the front line of our educational system. So I could still remember the saying that on the shoulders of the teachers rests the responsibility of the proper molding of our youth. So remember this, it is always our responsibility to properly mold our youth. Could you still remember there was one even graffiti on the roof of a school building which says that, be proud you're a teacher, the future depends on you. And that statement is very, very ideal because it's really teachers who are agents of change, and we know that. Whose values and competencies, ibig sabihin, the teachers, it is not only the lone role of teacher to develop the academic aspect of the child, but much more is to develop the values and competencies of a child. As instructional leaders, we can do the following. Ensure that teachers inculcate the values deemed necessary and desirable and train students so that they will have the necessary competencies. Enable them to realize their full potential. What do you want to be when you grow up? Of course, I remember this question, that this question is always asked to a kindergarten, and I think this is the first question asked during the first day of a kindergarten learner. What do you want to be? Teachers also teach and values and morals in the hopes, and one day when they do find their talents and realize the greatness and they have within them, they are able to choose to use this for good. A teacher can always say he is successful if he is able to produce successful individuals, if he is able to produce professionals. But on the other side, it is always a failure of a teacher to see students who are living in misery years after the student left the portal of the school. We need to ensure that these are what is happening in the classroom. Because after all, we can be proud as a teacher when upon curriculum exit of students, they have with them the lifelong learning that they were able to share with them. They were able to have the competencies that they can use as they are going to go outside of the school. As young as they are, our students have already their ambition in life, and teachers need to nurture their ambition into the hearts of the students. I remember Lee Vygotsky, his zone of proximal development. The theory of the zone of proximal development, or the ZPD, says that on their way, the students, on their way of achieving their goals, there is someone who assists them, and that someone is the teacher. So that is always our role to guide our children in the classroom. So it is very discouraging and frustrating to see teacher quarreling their children in the classroom. Because remember, our children they are in their tender years. And teachers, we are there to guide them. As education leaders, let us help ensure that we have nurturing teachers in every classroom. So I hate to hear when a teacher said, "Your arrival is my departure." It is not good to say that wait until you become, because after all, we are a teacher, and a teacher takes many roles. A teacher can be a guidance counselor, a teacher can be an instructor, can be a teacher, can be a disciplinarian, and there are still many roles, other roles the teacher is taking inside the classroom. And I know the job is very, very laborious, but this is the profession that we chose. Now, teaching is not only a profession, but it is also a vocation and a mission. So, what do you want to be when you grow up? Have you asked this question to your children? Why we need to ask this question to our children? So that we can assist them, so that we can guide them on what career path they are going to follow, so that they will be able to reach their dream, to realize their dream. How can you become useful to others and to your country? Have you asked this question to your students, to your learners? Did you ask them how can you help them in achieving their goals? Did you ask them how can you help them in order that they will become a good citizen of our country? This is something that we are going to meditate. To continue it and contribute meaningfully to building the nation. So each of our learners is expected to contribute meaningfully to building the nation. We know today that our society, our country, there are many divisions, there are many factions, and the role of our students being the leaders of the nation is to contribute meaningfully to rebuild our country, to recapture the lost glory of our nation. Because as a learner-centered institution, we want them to know how to improve themselves and realize their dreams, while keeping in mind the state of their country and the welfare of their people. In turn, Filipinos realize their potential not for selfish gain, but to contribute to building a nation every Filipino deserves. As a learner-centered public institution, the Department of Education is the government agency that formulates, implements, and coordinates policies, plans, programs, and projects in areas of formal and informal basic education. In all our decisions and actions, we put the Filipino learner first, because the most important person in the educational system are not the teachers, not the principal, not the supervisors, not the superintendents, not the directors, not the USEC. The most important person in our educational system are the learners. Without learners, there are no classroom teachers. Pwede ba pagturo na walang bata sa classroom? Pwede ba mayroong principal na walang bata sa classroom? Sinong i-direct ng director kung walang bata sa classroom? So ganyan ka-importante. That is how important our learners in the classroom. And I would like to tell you the roles of every level of governance in our educational system. The role of the central office, DepEd, is to craft policies, craft memoranda, orders. And the role of the regional office is to monitor the implementation of these policies. And the role of the schools division office down to the school, they are the implementers of the policies. And if these roles are clearly well defined and clearly delivered, then we will be able to produce a child who is the realization of the dream of DepEd. In all our decisions and actions, we put the Filipino learner first. That is why all the programs of DepEd, lahat, when we say feeding program, gulayan sa paaralan, all of those are programs that are for our kids, for our learners, because they are the central character of our educational system. The Department of Education continuously improves itself. We keep improving. Do you know your CI continuous improvement? That's one program of DepEd because DepEd is continuously improving. Example, there are the programs. Keto 12. Sa Keto 12, kaya mo. Abot Alam, ALS, Light Ed, Rationalization Program. So these programs and many other programs who are indirect are support programs for our learners. But those programs that are direct, they are programs like feeding program, child-friendly program. So there are programs that directly geared towards learner for their benefit and welfare. But Brigada Escuela and other similar programs are indirect programs or support programs, but still geared towards the development of our learners. So the Department of Education continuously improves itself. If we don't change, we don't grow. If we don't grow, we aren't really living. So I still remember one quotation. If you keep doing the same thing and you want to increase performance or you want to change, then that's insanity. And if you keep doing things, the same things, and you want to change, that's insanity actually. Because if you want to change, do not do the same thing that you did in the past, because there will be no change because you keep doing the same thing. We constantly seek to do better, both as an institution. The target is not perfection, of course. The target is not perfection because no one is perfect, but we always work towards perfection. The target is continuous improvement. We should improve continually because there is change. And change happens every time because the world is dynamic. It keeps changing. And I remember the quotation, anything that is not capable of changing is not genuine. Remember, anything that is not capable of changing is not genuine because genuine things keep changing. You still remember, example, the cell phone. The cell phone, there was no camera. It was only a two-liner, three-liner cell phone. But look at today, the cell phone is the most useful gadget a person has. Nandun ang camera, nandun ang email. So touchscreen, smart cell phone today is no longer a want. It is a need, especially for teachers. To better serve its stakeholders, teachers, parents, local governments, external partners, etc. We have to join hands together to serve its stakeholders because teaching is not the sole responsibility of a teacher alone. Because learning does not happen in the classroom alone. It happens even outside. Formal learning occurs. And as I said, learning does not happen in school because it takes a village to educate a child. The real challenge, conscious awareness of vision. Ibig sabihin, each of us is able to understand, is able to internalize the vision. Deep understanding and belief in the possibility. Teachers are active agents of action and change towards this vision. So I'm so happy that teachers are able to let their learners memorize the vision, and it is being recited during flag ceremony every day. But my next question is, do your learners understand and internalize the vision that they memorize and recite every day during flag ceremony? Remember, teachers, your role. Teachers are active agents of action and change towards this vision. This is a very challenging role of a teacher. How can an instructional supervisor or a teacher be an active agents of action and change towards this vision, and how can we contribute to that? Of course, as I said, in order to realize the vision, we have the mission, and our mission is being um, made up of strategies that will help us achieve or realize our vision. So we will recite the DepEd mission from the heart. So DepEd mission, to protect and promote the right of every Filipino to quality, equitable, culture-based, and complete basic education, where students learn in a child-friendly, gender-sensitive, safe, and motivating environment. Teachers facilitate learning and constantly nurture every learner. Administrators and staff, as stewards of the institution, ensure an enabling and supportive environment for effective learning to happen. Family, community, and other stakeholders are actively engaged and share responsibility for developing lifelong learning. Look at this. Number one example. Isn't it that DepEd is crafting different programs, the child-friendly program, gender-sensitive, safe and motivating environment. These are programs that serves as strategy so that they will be able to achieve our goal. Teachers facilitate learning and constantly nurture every learner. We have scholarship for teachers, onboarding trainings for teachers, in-service trainings for teachers, LAC session. In fact, in the SIP, there is one component there, the staff development, professional development, because we believe that if all our teachers are well developed professionally, then this what they learned, what they derive from this professional development will eventually be cascaded to our learners. And that's one strategy in order to realize our vision. The administrators and staff, as stewards of the institution, ensure enabling and supportive environment for effective learning to happen. The principal keeps crafting, developing school-based programs in order to realize the vision of DepEd. The school is able to establish a rainbow connection with community and other stakeholders because the school alone cannot provide the needs of the learners. Therefore, there's a need for a school to have a very strong partnership with stakeholders. To protect and promote the right of every Filipino to quality, equitable, culture-based, and complete basic education. So quality, you stay there, not from sunrise to sunset, of course you have to rest, but from 8 to 12. As a teacher, you should arrive in school before 8 because your students might be earlier than you. Then from 1 to 4, but I know teachers even extend their time. They take extra miles in making devices, writing down lesson plans for the next day. I know you are that very diligent as teacher. Equitable, ibig sabihin you're able to distribute the resources equitably. Culture-based, you respect the child, you respect the religion, you respect the practices, the languages of children, because it is what we call culture-based education and complete basic education, and that is why we have kids of kindergarten to senior high school. As stated in the 1987 Philippine Constitution, our mission states our duty as stewards of education to protect and promote the rights of all citizens. Students learn na child-friendly, so bawal na yung sisigaw-sigaw si teacher, kasi baka maka-verbal, mademanda ka pa ng verbal assault. Gender sensitive, alam nyo na yan because there were series of trainings of gender awareness and development conducted, not only the school but even the LGU, where teachers are the participants. And motivating environment, ibig sabihin we have very, very well restructured classroom, very, very well manicured school ground, very well maintained sanitation of the school. That is why you're writing in your classroom, welcome to our class home. Do we ensure that our teachers provide our learners a child-friendly, gender-sensitive, safe, and motivating environment? This statement is a challenge for us to refresh us with all the programs of DepEd that are cascaded into the school in order that the vision of DepEd will be realized through these programs, which will be facilitated by teachers. Kaya nga, ang hirap maging teacher. Teachers facilitate learning and constantly nurture every learner. So if you have 50 pupils or learners in your classroom, you have to adjust 50 times because you have 50 unique individuals in the classroom. And that is a package of being a teacher. Do we make sure our teachers ensure the development? Administrators and staff as stewards of our institution ensure an enabling and supportive environment for effective learning to happen. As I said, si principal, ang dami niyang ginawang mga programs, mga school-based programs, mga contextualized policies, mga localized policies in order to support programs from central office. And all these programs are all for our learners in the classroom. The question now is, do our policies, systems, processes, and behaviors ensure an enabling and supportive environment for effective learning to happen? This is something that you are going to reflect on. Family, community, and other stakeholders are actively engaged and share responsibility for developing lifelong learners. May tinatawag na shared responsibility. So therefore, our stakeholders, our parents, are our partners in educating our children. So let's move to the core values of DepEd. Maka-Diyos, makatao, makakalikasan, at makabansa. We recite them in our panunumpa sa watawat every day. Maka-Diyos, makatao, makakalikasan, makabansa. But before going any further, I would like you to reflect, are we able to imbue, or are these values already imbued to our learners? Maka-Diyos, makatao, makakalikasan, at makabansa. Now, it is always the role of a teacher that these values will be developed in our learners. For Maka-Diyos, these are the expectations in the behavior. The students will be able to express their spiritual beliefs while respecting the spiritual beliefs of others. Indicators of this: engages oneself in worthwhile spiritual activities, respect sacred place, respect religious beliefs of others, demonstrates curiosity and willingness to learn about other ways to express spiritual life. Next, we have shows adherence to ethical principles, we have upholding truth, and the indicators for this are tells the truth, returns borrowed things in good condition, demonstrates intellectual honesty, expects to honesty from others, aspires to be fair and kind to all, and the rest. So, as teacher, my question now, are these evident in our learners in the classroom? Another is expresses one's spiritual beliefs while respecting. Next, ito makatao. The behavioral statements is sensitive to individual social and cultural differences, and the indicators are shows respect for all, waits for one's turn, takes good care of borrowed things, views mistakes as learning opportunities, upholds respect and the dignity and equality of all, including those with special needs, volunteers to assist others in times of need, recognizes and respects people from different economic, social, and cultural backgrounds. Then the next behavioral statement is demonstrates contributions towards solidarity. Indicators are cooperates during activities, recognizes and accepts the contribution of others towards a goal, considers diverse views, communicates respectfully, adapts defeat and celebrates others. and so on. So that these are the things that are considered indicators, manifestations that our learners are able to internalize within themselves the core value of being makatao. The next is makalikasan, makakalikasan. Behavioral statement is cares for the environment and utilizes resources wisely, judiciously, and economically. So indicators are shows a caring attitude towards the environment, practices waste management, conserves energy and resources, takes care of school materials, facilities, and equipment, keeps work area in order during and after work. Are these already evident in our learners? It's a question that only you can answer because you have the close contact of our learners. Makabansa demonstrates pride in being a Filipino, exercises the rights and responsibilities of a Filipino citizen. Indicators are identifies oneself as Filipino, respects the flag and the national anthem, takes pride in diverse Filipino cultural expressions, practices, and traditions, promotes appreciation and enhancement of Filipino languages, abides by the rules of the school, community, and country, enables others to develop interest and pride in being a Filipino, demonstrates appropriate behavior in carrying out activities in school, indicators manages time and personal resources efficiently and effectively, perseveres to achieve goals despite difficult circumstances, and so on. So again, teachers, we wish the deep ed would be very, very happy if all these indicators are evident in our learners. So this can be an assignment. So you are going to fill the blank. You can take a picture on this particular slide. So fill in the blanks to complete the following sentences. This is a sort of reflection for you. So I promote the value of being makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan, makabansa by way of. So actually, this is a reflection because being a teacher for how many years? For 3 years, for 2 years, I guess you have already something in your mind. You can already recall what are those things that you have done in order to contribute to the achievement of the vision of DepEd. So DepEd mandate. The Department of Education formulates, implements, and coordinates policies, plans, programs, and projects in the areas of formal and non-formal basic education. It supervises all elementary and secondary education institutions, including alternative learning systems, both public and private, and provides for the establishment and maintenance of a complete, adequate, and integrated system of basic education relevant to the goals of national development. The Department of Education formulates, implements, and coordinates policies, plans, and programs and projects. This is not the highlighted part of the previous slide. Now the policy interests and strategic directions to address the wide gaps in performance while navigating within existing constraints and in keeping with our constitutional and international commitments of providing quality basic education to all Filipinos. DepEd shall continue pursuing these policy thrusts and directions. Targeted outcomes. Every Filipino has access to complete basic education. This DepEd is given all the modalities of learning to bring all children in school, to bring back the children in school. We have the regular school, ALS, yung mga misosa noon, yung modules, and all this modality of teaching is being developed and delivered by DepEd in order that education will be given to all. Provide necessary basic education inputs, policy, and tools across key stages. We have all the policies. The central office is crafting the policies. They are implemented by schools, and the schools even contextualize policies to fit into the setting of the school. Every Filipino has access to complete basic education. That's education for all. Provide affirmative action to learners with special needs and or in special circumstances. Every Filipino under that, we have engaged the private sector in broadening opportunities for basic education with the partnership, ito yung partnership that a school should build partnership with other institutions, private institutions within the locality as their partner in educating our children. We have utilized technology in expanding reach of basic education services. We have the ICT in school. DepEd is now giving technologies in order for teachers to use as they are going to deliver instruction in the classroom. Outcome two, we have every Filipino graduate of complete basic education is prepared for further education and world of work. So under this, we have ensured that a learner-centered curriculum is implemented. Ibig sabihin lahat ng ginawa ng teacher ay sa bata. It means to say that the teacher should not move to the next competency, to the next objective, if that competency is not mastered by the student. Kaya nga, we have the spiral progression approach. Ibig sabihin, mabalik-balik ang teacher ng pagturo spirally until such time that the student is able to master the competency. You provide relevant instructional materials and equipment. You keep crafting your devices. That is why you're given time that 2 hours after your actual classroom contact, you're given 2 hours for the development of instructional materials. And we have the IMDC, the LRMDS that can help you to, as you want to provide instructional materials for your learners, my dear teachers. We have improved quality of instruction and professional development of teachers. We have scholarship. We have professional development in terms of in-service training and relaxation in school. For outcome, we have the delivery of education services to learners is effective, efficient, and collaborative. Under this, we have improved internal systems and processes. We have SBM, the school-based management, that will support this outcome, this expected outcome. We have strengthened education leadership and management and build people's capacities. We have training of school heads, training of supervisors, supervisory training for supervisors, management trainings for school heads. We expand the network and participation of stakeholders. We have policies. We are now allowing other entities, other organizations to have partnership with our schools. Okay, we are going to skip this, as this is an activity that could be done only into a face-to-face training. So, the second to the last slide. This is according to Vincent van Gogh. It is good to live many things, but it is good to love many things, for therein lies the true strength. And whosoever
Thank you so much, Sir and Sister Kanda, for that very comprehensive discussion about the common topics from DepEd CO and embracing DepEd vision, mission, and core values. But before we proceed to our program, reminder lamang po, if you have a questions, you may post your questions in the comment section, and later on, our PSDS, Sir Stiniano Cobar, will try to answer your questions and clarifications during our district open forum. Again, reminder lamang po, na if you have questions, you may post your questions in the comment section, and later on, our PSDS, Sir Justiniano Cubar, will try to answer your questions and clarifications during our district open forum. So I guess Shout out po sa lahat ng mga taga-Daguhoy National High School. Hello! Good morning po sa lahat ng mga teachers. Again, good morning. And the technical working group would like to say thank you sa opportunity na ibinigay niyo sa amin. And according to Ma'am Gerlit Tamayo, good morning, watching from Misulong IS, District of Talaingod. Good morning, Ma'am Gerlit Tamayo. And from Ma'am Emmy Feletro, good morning po. Good morning, Ma'am. Okay. From the Seco IS, from Remedios Acoba, good morning sa lahat ng mga taga Naseco Integrated School. At ka Ma'am Daisy Ligaspe, greetings from Ma'am Maldo, good morning teachers from Naseco Integrated School. From Daisy Ligaspe, good morning everyone watching from Butel Integrated School. Good morning Ma'am Daisy. And to the teachers of Butay Integrated School. Another from Adelami Kalisagan. Good morning, everyone watching from Daguhoy Elementary School. Ma'am, good morning, Ma'am Adelami. And Amy Bores from Dijal. Good morning po from Dijal National High School, Talaingod. Good morning, Ma'am Aime. Napadjud ka sa Carmen Caron. Another greetings coming from Sir Cheruel Guliban. Good morning to all teachers of Talaingod. From Ana Marie Kibuen. Good morning everyone watching from Santo Niño Central Elementary School, Talaingod District. Good morning to all teachers ng Santo Niño. Santo Niño Central Elementary School. From Kilometer 31 PS from Leo Ligaspi, God bless Talaingod. Basta Talaingod, Hawod. Good morning. Greetings coming from Ma'am Sinagula. Ma'am Robin Sinagula, good morning watching from Daguhoy National High School. Go, Sir Daniel. Thank you so much, Ma'am. Napabay greetings. From Ma'am Connie Almini, good morning, teachers. Bern Turimocha, good morning, watching from the Dijal National High School. From Ma'am Marjorie Orosio, watching from Milyong Elementary School. And again, kung meron kayo mga katanungan, do not hesitate to post your questions on the comment sections, and later on we will answer that one during our district open forum. From Ma'am Queni Soiko, good morning Talaingod teachers from Dato Jose A. Libayaw National High School. And good morning to all teachers from Dato Jose Libayaw. And now, let us witness another audio-visual presentation that showcases how Pinamuno, San Isidro District of DepEd Davao del Norte has rolled out their ALS Trumparalan, a radio-based instruction. To learn more about it, let's watch this video.
Alternative Learning System, Trumpa, Aralan, Radio-Based Instruction at pinamuno sa San Isidro, Davao del Norte. The new structured style of education was launched last July 2, 2011. This ignites our out-of-school youth to enroll in ALS program because they consider this initiative as something new and unique mode of delivery.
Mayong buntag kanatong tanan, mga kaigsunan ko o mga learners dinhi sa barangay Pinamuno.
Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 o'clock in the morning, the ALS implementer air the lessons.
Droga, salot sa lipunan. Paano ka naman magpapagod kapag maibaw ka na sila? Saan?
The learners can listen the lesson while in the farm. Even when they are at home doing household chores
na iniwan
and feeding their animals.
Lahat ng mga karapatan ng lalaki ay ganun din ang kanyang lugar na paghihiwalay. Ganun ba? Ano ka ng pamilya? Napagtagal ko na rin pinag-iisipan ng sinabi mo.
Doing laundry while learning.
Hindi ko alam ang nangyayari sa inyo. Ha? Mayong hashtag mga kahigalaan ko at mga learners din sa barangay Talaingod. Aniya na usap ang alternative learning system sa
The whole community can benefit this program, especially nowadays that we are facing in the new normal.
Aton paminawan ang usa ka episode sa Umbusada. Ang titulo, Droga, Salot sa Lipunan. Ang layunin sa episode na ito upang malaman ang mga magkasamang epekto ng bawal na gamot sa isang tao at sa lipunan at kung paano tumutulong sa pagsuko nito. Pakinggan mabuti ang isang ina at sagutin ang mga tanong hindi marinig ang isang ito.
Episode
20. Isang pandaigdigang problema ang lumalaganap sa paggamit ng bawal na gamot. Napatunayan na hindi lamang mga kabataan ang gumagamit ito, kundi maging ang mga maedad na rin, mayaman o mahirap na. Halos araw-araw ang nababasa natin sa mga dyaryo o naririnig sa radyo-telebisyon ang mga balitang may kaugnayan sa paggamit ng bawal na gamot. Ito naglalarawan mga suliraning kampanilya o panlipunan tulad ng mga kadumay-dumay na sihin. Pero ano nga ba ang droga? Ang droga ay isang uri ng sustansyang kemikal na nakaka-apekto sa tao. Ang epekto nito ay maaaring sa pisikal, emosyonal o mental na makakalimutan ng tao. Nagiging mapanganib ang droga kapag ito'y pinaka-abuso o ginagamit ng labis doon sa itinakda ng doktor. Kapag nagtagal
Face-to-face learning with social distancing, proper hand washing, and wearing face mask in every Friday.
Parang naging kubig ka ron. Mula na itong distansya, minang sa at sa trumpa. Jadi bawal naman ang face-to-face. Sa kuha, mas maayong padayon din ito na daghan yun na makakakuha sa pagkatulong sa alam kita ang edukasyon mo na po kayong hatag ka kumaon sa katawhan. Makakakuntag kung sa'yo mayo, kung sa'yo hindi mayo. Kaya ginaingon bitaw nga may latang trabaho, pero wala seminar. Kinahanglan nga kaging tayo eskwela. Una tayo sukaranan sa mga kapten, sa pinamuno ako, 100% masuporta sa arts sa barangay.
And wow, such a very nice practice. Pinamuno San Isidro District, the ALS from Paaralan. And now, for us to answer some of our questions, let us watch the open forum during the division webinar. Let's watch this. Before we proceed to our division open forum, let's have first a greetings coming from Meralyn Lianto. Shout out para sa akong mga kauban gikan sa Kabadyangan Integrated School. Hi guys, and good morning Ma'am Meralyn Lianto. Another greetings coming from Lily May Rimorin pa. Shout out ko Zam Daniel watching from Daguhoy National High School. Aja, congrats. Thank you so much Ma'am Lily Rimorin. Another greetings coming from Ma'am Riza Ben Royo. Shout out watching from Paiton Integrated School. Rise and shine. Of course, rise and shine. Another greetings coming from Sir Joe Ash Jimenteza. Good morning to all teachers of Talaingod. From Sir Rinaldo Dapidan. Hi sir, good morning. Congrats kayo sir. Okay, pa-shout out sa taga Daguhoy National High School. Thank you so much. And for the information of everybody, our registration link is until 12 o'clock or 12 noon. Again, for the information of everybody, our registration link is until or only at 12 noon. Another greetings coming from Ma'am Reza Luarez. Good morning po, watching from Lumabag Integrated School. Okay, from Eileen Mangarin, good morning, watching from Misolong Integrated School. And I would like also to greet Sir Ave Ramos nga very busy kaayo sa ilahang pag-prepare. And from Teresa Siniagan, good morning. Ma'am Girlitang, good morning, watching from Misolong IS, District of Talaingod. And again, I would like to remind everybody that if you have any questions, do not be hesitate to post your questions on the comment sections. And later on, we will, Sir Justiniano Cobar will try to answer your questions. From Sir Fernando Paran, Sir Ma'am Eileen Mangarin, good morning, watching from Isulong Integrated School. Okay, another greetings. Greetings from Cheruel, Sir Cheruel Guliban. Sige na mag-greet si Sir. Hello, Sir. Good morning. Okay, let's proceed to our open forum Division Open Forum. So let's watch this video.
Or you will be encountering for this week are all the things that you may on and that we are going to provide for our learners depending on the context and severity of the COVID situation in our places, and that we are giving the message that we or DepEd is ready for the school year. So wag tayong mabahala na medyo may kakulangan pa. Ang sa atin is that if tulong-tulong tayo, kumbaga bayanihan kung ano ang ating maiambag at maibigay. So if there are things that you are parang you will find difficulty, don't hesitate to contact, coordinate with your principal, and also the principal will also communicate the same to our division officials. And because we have somewhat protocols to ensure that all these things that you will be encountering will be addressed. So do not think that you are alone in this quest. All of us are in one, kumbaga, one orchestra to really address to what are those that we need to in order that we can provide same quality accessibility of education to our learners. Yan po.
Okay, thank you very much, Doc Jan, for reassuring all our teachers in DepEd Davao del Norte na tulong-tulong po tayo in our efforts to deliver basic education in a new normal situation. So, Sir Chief and Ma'am Jan, meron na po tayong question and allow me to read po the question. Okay, allow me to read po the question. So this question is coming from Ma'am Daisy May Orculio. She asked po, since effective po ang trumpa paaralan, are we also going to apply it po especially sa rural areas? Then how po or paano po ba?
Okay. Now, ako muna, Ma'am Janet, no? Pero Ma'am Janet can also give a concrete answer to that. Now, trumpa paaralan, actually, it was implemented by our ALS learners in San Isidro, no? Kasi ang pinamuno kasi, mountainous area yan. And there are also some of our students there are working. So that is why do not sa alternative learning. Then our alternative learning is paaralan. Now, it doesn't mean that really implement that in our school. So depende lang sa school kailangan paaralan. They have modalities, may ano na tayo, may mga survey. So I think we have to follow that survey kung ano yung modalities na i-apply natin sa ating school. Thank you. I think Ma'am.
Can I answer?
Yes po.
Ang ating trumpa paaralan is the last resort. Kasi we opted for modular, di ba? And we have already our plans, how to deliver, how to retrieve, how to do with children, with parents who cannot assist the children in answering the modules. And we are also planning to, as an aid, we are planning to use the radio or the TV-based instruction. However, there are places in Davao del Norte who cannot be reached by radio, who cannot be reached by television. That's why we will use the trumpa plan. In fact, last Friday, a personnel from Pipisan Elementary School already got the 2 trumpas donated by board member Nickel Suway Bagyo. Because when I guested in the TV, in their TV, tawag doon, sa TV station nila, parang nag-request ako na I informed them about the trumpa land. And because of that, meron na kaagad nag-text na mag-donate. And then, board member Suway Baguio gave his 2 trumpas. And this time, the board members are using their own vehicles, their own trumpas, in roaming around Davao del Norte to promote the enrollment because we are only 94%. So tumulong ang ating mga board members together with their vehicles and trumpas. We gave them USBs. Nag-record ako nag-record ako. So in answer to that, we will only use the trumpa in places where TV and radio will not be available. Okay? Did I answer it?
Yes po. And let us also hear what Dr. Janet Veloso can say about our question po.
Napakaganda ng tanong, no? Yung trumpa-aralan na isang napakaganda na option, no? Lalo lang na sa mga hinterlands o sa ating geographically isolated mga places. So yung sinabi kanina ng ating chief ng CIT na si Chief Edward, at ganun din po ang rejoinder ng ating SDS, Ma'am T. Selva, na ito ay tama talaga sa hindi po ma-reach ng television o anumang modality natin. Kumbaga, last option na siya. Pero kung sakasakaling dadagdagan nyo siya kahit nandun sa urban at ilalagay nyo talaga ang trompa, dahil ito ay manit lang ng tawag natin, yung loudspeaker or parang yung parang pangrekorida, yan. Kung yan po ay idadagdag nyo as parang to assist at saka supplemental para makadagdag sa isang komunidad. Kasi kadalasan ito, ilalagay ito ang trompa na marami pong learner na papalibot. At sila po ay kahit na hindi sila kumbaga face-to-face magkikita habang nagtatrabaho sila sa bahay o nakikinig lang sila sa bahay, maparinggan nila ang lahat ng mga lessons through sa trompa. Pero ito po ay parang hindi po parang appropriate sa mga syudad, no? Pero doon sa mga baryo natin o sa mga karatig na mga baryo, pwedeng-pwede yun. So, anyway, yung pong suggestion or tanong na ito ba ay appropriate or pwede ba yun? Pwede naman kung kailanganin nyo talaga. O wala namang magiging yun. Kaya lang, meron po siyang kailanganin na equipment, no? Meron po kailangan na loudspeaker at saka yung dagdag po na parang taga-control ng yung sounds. At saka yung araw-araw dapat meron talagang subaybay na kung ano yung papalabas o parang ipaparinig ng mga lessons, ito po ay kasama na sa plano sa lugar na yon. So, mabuti kung ang lugar na yon ay lahat ay let's say elementary or high school ba or senior high school. So kung hindi po sila magkapareho, meron namang kindergarten, parang hindi po siya appropriate. Kaya napakaganda nun kung halos lahat ay sabay-sabay, pare-pareho po ang kanilang level. No? So, yan na pamamaraan ay napakaganda para sa Davao del Norte. Ito ay subok na, no? Kaya isa yan sa na-feature namin during sa RTOP. Kaya thank you very much sa Davao del Norte.
Thank you po, Doc Jan, for your answer. At sana po ay naging malinaw sa lahat ng ating mga teacher participants that tumpaalan is not required po na i-conduct sa lahat ng schools, but it really depends on the area. Ayan po, so thank you.
May additional
Yes, sir.
Now, relative to that implementation, if ever that our division will implement that one, depending on the area, no? So we already have the MELCs. It was It was already forwarded to us by our LMD chief that if ever we have that room paralan, so we have our learning competency. So teachers will already know what particular competency we're going to apply this para sa TV din, no? So yun. Really talaga ang ating department is the modality is Trumpa, RBI, or online learning. Thank you.
Thank you po,
Can I,
Doc Edward.
can I add something?
Yes, Ma'am D.
Hindi pa natin ma-implement ang true paralan kung wala tayong amplifier. Kaya may additional equipment na kailangan. At saka, hindi natin siya ma-implement kung ang ating mga radio scripts o kaya ang ating mga learning episodes ay hindi pa available. So ano kayang masasabi ni Chief Janet tungkol dito sa availability ng mga radio at TV scripts?
Okay, maganda yung natanong mo. Ang ating paghahanda sa TV scripts or radio scripts natin ay ito po ay dadaan sa standards ng conversion. So ibig sabihin, meron po tayong nakatalaga na mga experts para po sa conversion. At ito po sila ay dadaan sa training. So nasa pipeline na natin ang training po ng mga para sa magko-convert ng ating mga MILCs o self-learning modules sa radio or radio scripts. Pero itong pagko-convert na to, dahil hindi po siya madalian, ibig sabihin, ito po ay gagawin ng masinsinan po according sa standards na ibababa ng Bureau of Learning Resources. So sa ngayon, meron kaming nakaabang na training para sa atin pong selected na mga experts po na sila na po ay merong tinatawag na kakayahan na school paper advisors sa lahat ng mga division, sa mga sangay ng Region 11 at sila po ay isasalang natin sa training para sa conversion. So ang unang maririnig nyo ay ang quarter 1. Itong quarter 1 ay tulong-tulong mula sa lahat ng region sa buong Pilipinas. Ibig sabihin, ang Region 11 ay naka-assign tayo sa grade 3. So ang grade 3 natin, tayo ay naka-assign sa conversion ng grade 3 materials. So tayo po ay makikinabang sa radio scripts na gagawin din ng iba-ibang rehiyon. So, ibig sabihin, ito ay bayanihan ng bawat rehiyon. So, ang paghahanda nito ay ngayong Hulyo at sana bago ang pasukan ay maihanda na ang quarter 1. Dahil ang halos lahat ng self-learning modules ay tapos na, kinakailangan na lang na pagbaba niya ito ay atin pong magawa ng scripts. Dahil hindi po pwedeng gawin ng scripts na hindi po quality assured ang material na gagawin. So, pag na quality assured na po siya, ay pwede na po siyang i-convert into other digital mode or digital format at isa na dito ang radio scripts. So sana ay matapos ng team natin bago ang pasukan para ito po ay magamit sa buong Rehiyon 11. At kung ang iba naman ng mga materialis ay hindi pa handa, susubukan natin na ang lahat ng grade level ay maihanda base sa binigay na MILCs kasi hindi po lahat ng module ay i-convert into radio scripts. Meron pong piling-pili na mga self-learning modules, bawat grade level at bawat learning area na i-convert into radio scripts. Ito naman ay base sa rekomendasyon ng ating Bureau of Curriculum Development at Bureau of Learning Delivery. So sana ito ay magawa ng ating mga naka-assign mga experts. Yan po, Andy.
So ayun, thank you again, Doc Jan. and Ma'am D. We still have Ma'am D and Sir Edward Amugis. Can we go na po to our second question?
Sige, second question na tayo.
Second question is now posted on screen. This question is coming from Sir Eric Fernandez. Naka-base pa rin po ba sa school-based result ng survey ang modality sa isang particular school or uniform na po for the whole division?
Okay, I will answer that. I had just presented our LCP sa Sangguniang Pandalawigan early this morning. Sa base sa ating unang survey, nung Mayo, lumabas sa ating survey na ang karamihan sa ating mga bata at parents and teachers opted for blended. Ang blended na yon ay face-to-face plus modules. Kaya lang, as I have said, hindi pwede ang face-to-face kasi hindi pa na-allow ng ating presidente, kaya pupunta tayo sa modules. Pero merong pagbago dahil sa ating enroll form, kasama doon ang survey form na kung saan makikita din natin ang modality. So, school to school tayo. Pero based on our findings, kasi nauna may initial na pagtingin doon sa mga modalities na inilagay doon sa mga survey forms, kalimitan doon ay modular talaga. So we are preparing for modular. Merong isang school na kunti lang nagsabi na online sila. Merong isang school na may nagsabi na online sila. So it's up for the school to manage during their class organization kung ilan ang pupunta doon sa online, ilan ang pupunta doon sa modular. Kasi yung online hindi pwede sa malalayong lugar na walang internet. Kalimitan sa ating school sa Davao del Norte ay walang internet connectivity. That's why when I went to Gupitan area, I talked with the tribal elders. Papayag na sila na mag-module kasi they opted for face-to-face ang mga elders. So, depende yan sa result ng survey ng school. Pero as I have said, based on our initial findings, modular talaga ang lumabas na modality. Kaya we are preparing for the modular. That's why we conducted our 8-week curriculum for our non-readers, for MTB, Filipino and English, and for our frustration level readers. I hope I answered the question.
Thank you, Ma'am D. Can we hear other insights din po from Sir Chief and Ma'am Janet?
Okay, everything is said already by our SDS.
Okay. And Doc Jan?
Oo, tama yun na ito ay school to school. At dahil kung school to school, ito po ay siguradong address ito yung pangangailangan ng mga learners. Kasi kung ito po ay basihan natin na district level o division based, napakahirap. Ito ay dapat school to school.
Thank you so much, Dr. D, and to the rest of our team for the open forum. Now, let us proceed to the next question po. I think this would also be the last question for our open forum. This question is coming from Sir Francis or Ma'am Francis Dayan Lasia. Ang question po ay, when can we expect to receive the copies of the modules po? Thank you. Yun.
Ma'am Janet can answer that.
Ako na ba kabigat ng question? Okay. Sige, subukan natin na sagutin. Okay, ito ay mula talaga sa aming puso, no? Ang ating kagawaran ay tulong-tulong tayo sa paggawa ng self-learning module. Gusto kong ibigay ang background talaga. Mula't mula, ang sitwasyon kasi natin na parating parang kulang for DepEd is that we forget some mechanism to position already those that are to be done bago darating ang mga kalamidad, bago darating ang mga disasters. So isa na dito pag merong paha, merong shall we say earthquake, merong mga ang dami. So with this, ang intention talaga of coming up with the self-learning modules is for EDM program para po sa ating mga bata na madi-displace, para po sa ating mga bata na maging affected ng calamity. But dumating bigla-bigla si COVID. So, nung nandun na sa picture si COVID, ayan, nag-iba na ang galaw natin. So, ibig sabihin, hindi lang po siya para sa EDM, kundi sa pangkalahatan in a bigger scale na talaga, kundi lahat ng mga learners natin para sa self-learning modules. Kaya yan po ang galaw na natin ngayon. So, sa pangmalawakan, buong Pilipinas, kailanganin natin ng self-learning modules. So, sa kalagitnaan ng Marso, April at Mayo, binubuno po ng ating developers ang lahat ng self-learning modules mula sa quarter 1 hanggang sa quarter 4. Kaya ngayon, nabuo ang quarter 1 at ito ay ibababa sa mga bawat division. At may na kami, may letter na kami kay Ma'am Dean na ito ay ibababa na talaga, pero for your eyes only muna siya. Kasi hindi pa po ibinaba ang guidelines para sa reproduction and utilization. Ibig sabihin, ang guidelines kasi na yon ay isang basihan natin na ang matatanggap ng bawat learner, ito po ay base sa standard. So hindi lang po yun na magre-reproduce tayo na baka yung isa, newsprint, ang isa naman, ang ginamit ay substance 20 or ano ba yon ng klase na papel. So lahat po ay dadaan din po sa quality assurance. So ibig sabihin, what leverage that one is the guideline. So yung guideline na yun, pag naibaba na, dyan na po magsa-start ang printing. So ngayon, sa printing natin, kung pag-uusapan kasi mabigat ito ay dadaan sa proseso ng procurement. So hindi ko na ibabanggit kung ano pa yung mga details doon. So ibig sabihin, ito din po ay dadaan sa bidding kasi malaki po na budget. At yung magiging resulta, ito na po ay para na sa printing ng mga modules. So most likely, dahil merong nakahanda na ng mga self-learning modules, ang hinihintay lang natin ang guidelines. At sana na ito ay maibaba this week at para makapagsimula na ng printing at para akma talaga at tumpak na darating siya bago ang August 24. Opo. Yan. So, si Mabdi may idagdag. At kung sa budget naman, ito ay tulong-tulong naman. Mayroong assistance probably from your local government unit at ganun din po sa lahat ng mga municipality na meron pong ambag ang ating local government unit sa mga magiging kakulangan sa budget. Opo.
So, thank you, Dr. So, bali po, hindi pa tayo makapagbibigay ng definite answer po, di ba, as to when talaga. But rest assured that our region will inform us once it is already available. So, yun. May isa pa po tayong question. Kaya pa naman po ng oras natin. So, okay pa po ba to continue with our open forum?
May rejoinder pala ako. Okay? May rejoinder ako. Sa atin pong mga guro, sinisikap talaga namin na kung halimbawa, siguro kung sa tingin ninyo na medyo mayroon po siyang tatawag natin na malaking proseso or mahaba pa na proseso for the printing, yung learning management system natin na ibababa sa bawat school ay pipilitin talaga namin. We will ensure na lahat po ito ay merong nakaabang na or merong napapaloob na self-learning modules na ito ay e-copy at meron ding lesson exemplars para sa mga guro para hindi na rin po kayo kumbaga araw-araw mag-iisip kung ano yung ituturo ko nito. So lahat ito ay inihanda ng regional office para sa pagbaba nito ay magiging lighter din po ang life ninyo, mga guro.
Thank you, Dr. Jan. Thank you po for making sure that the welfare of our teachers on field po ay kasama sa ating mga priorities. Ayun. And now allow me po to read the next question. And this question came from Mr. Romel Babera. And the question po is, can we source out funds from the MOOE to suffice the needs in the new learning modality that is applicable in our community? How many percent po? Ayun. So can we invite back on screen our CID chief and our SDS as well with Doc Jan Veloso of CLMD Region 11 to answer the question.
Okay, Carl, actually may sa accounting ano natin no sa mga MOE ng ating mga schools, for the printing we have 30% of the MOE na pwede lang gamitin doon sa printing. You can use the MOE kung kukulangin talaga yung funding na ibigay ng National Office sa atin. Thank you.
Ang kailangan kasi nito, Chief Edward, na dahil meron po tayong mga stakeholders sa school, so merong percentage na kukunin lang sa ating MOE at ito ay magagamit para po mapagaan yung pagbigay natin ng serbisyo na ginagamit ang different learning modalities. So ang ating mga stakeholders, kung hindi po sapat ang MOE, ito po ay pwedeng makatulong para sa sa operation na po ng ating pasukan gamit ang different modalities.
Ayun,
Okay,
so
can I
sige,
answer?
sige po, Ma'am D.
Okay. Sa total MOE natin, pwede natin gamitin ng 30%, hindi lamang sa printing, kundi sa lahat ng mga expenses na related siya sa pag-implement ng ating basic education learning continuity plan. So 30% of our MOE can be used uh, to can be used to fund yung mga activities or mga expenses na may relation sa basic education learning continuity plan. Dahil masuspend ang mga graduation rights, recognition activities, yung iba pang mga activities na kailangan ng face-to-face ay suspended na siya. So nag-reprogram tayo ng ating mga activities, kaya the central office is allowing us to use the 30% for the implementation of the basic education learning continuity plan.
Thank you, Ma'am D. So to Sir Romel Babera, sana po ay nasagot namin ng maayos sa inyong katanungan. So it is 30% of the MOOE. Ayun. And as much as we would like po to cater to your questions, sa lahat po ng mga questions na na-post sa ating comment sections, ngunit hindi po natin makakaya because we have to stick to our set schedule.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Division Open Forum. Thank you so much. I hope some of our questions already answered by Dr. Veloso, Dr. Amugis, and Dr. Silva during the Division Open Forum. And now, let's proceed to our District Open Forum. But before that, I would like to have this shout out. A shout out po from the TWG, Ma'am Erlyn Maldo, Sir Joe Ash Himentiza, Sir Alfonso Santiala, Lorenzo Jr. Datugan, Ma'am Connie Almini, Ma'am JC May Teleron, Sir Cheruel Guliban, Ma'am Remedios Acoba, Ma'am Charity Hope Pantalyejo, and Ma'am Marisol Leoligaw. And shout out to from Juvik Saging, shout out to my co-teachers of Napisulan Elementary School and to all teaching and non-teaching personnel of Talaingod District. Kudos to the PWGs. Thank you so much, ma'am. From Ma'am Donabel Marimon, just want to appreciate the efforts of our TWG. Mabuhay kayong lahat. Thank you so much, Ma'am Marimon. And from Ma'am Charity Hope Cantaliejo, salamat kay sa akong gwapa, kaayo nga principal, Ma'am Donabel Marimon. Virtual hug, virtual hug, virtual hug. And from Ma'am Meralyn Lianto, pahirapan man ang signal pero lumalaban pa rin. Thank you so much. Kaya nga ma'am, mahirap ang signal pero still fighting dahil basta talaingod, hawod. And reminders lamang po sa hindi pa nakasubscribe ng ating YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe the Talaingod District channel. And reminder lang po from our PSDS, out of 291 teachers of Talaingod District, only 278 who have their attendance and only 96 teachers who are still watching in our webinar. Again, out of 291 teachers of Talaingod District, there are only 278 teachers who have their attendance and only 96 who are still watching in our webinar. So, reminder lang po that our PSDS is strictly monitoring our attendance. And if you want to post or if you like to post your pictures regarding in our seminar, don't forget to use our hashtag Echo on DTOTLMS and hashtag Basta Talaingod Hawod. Again, our hashtag, official hashtag, Echo on DTOTLMS and hashtag Basta Talaingod Hawod. So another napabay greetings, controller. Okay, now let's proceed to our district open forum. So I guess na mapangutan na ba? Is there any questions? So kung may mga katanungan kayo, don't forget to put your question in the comment section para ma-entertain po natin. And if you have a question, since our PSDS is on rush into an important meeting for a while, if there are questions, the PSDS of Kapalong West District, Ma'am Sara Kubar will try to answer our questions. Again, if we have a questions, since our PSDS, Sir Justiniano Kubar, is on rush for an important meeting, now we have here Ma'am PSDS of Kapalong West District, Ma'am Sara Kubar will try to answer your questions. And
hello everyone,
hello,
good morning.
I would like to recognize the PSDS of Kapalong West District, Ma'am Sara Kubar. Ma'am, thank you.
Hello everyone, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
We are sorry because
Good morning, ma'am.
very important call was received by your PSDS, Mr. Justiniano Kubar. He is now in Talaingod, in the LGU, having a meeting with Colonel Valdez and the rest of the team with the LGU. So, just giving instruction that I have to face you if there are concerns that needs to be answered. Nana? Ay, salamat. Dumating na. Your PhD is already here. Just arrived. Yes. Hello.
Click on screen forward.
Can you hear me?
Sorry po for the inconvenience. We are now experiencing Wi-Fi problem here.
Si Papa Dadali.
So, is there any questions coming from the Talaingod District teachers?
Sir
Okay, if you
Kubar
have a
is
question, do
already
not be hesitate to put. No, Sir Kubar.
Nana. Change mode.
Wala po ka. Ano sa mga open?
Kailangan mo naman ako may question diyan.
Sige, sige.
Andito na siya.
Sorry, kay ning dalikyat ko. district office. Nag-meeting mi kadali dito sa kuan, mga sundalo. Summing up. Sige.
Okay, okay lang, sir. Okay lang. Good morning, sir.
Okay. Morning. Morning.
Yes, sir. So we are just waiting for the questions, sir. So, but before we start
Question.
in our questions, sir, lagi ako ang nagpilit. Kira mo. So I guess parang walang mga katanungan, parang naintindihan lahat nila. Okay, again, reminders lang po sa lahat ng mga teachers. Reminders lamang po sa lahat ng mga teachers. Out of 291 teachers of Talaingod District who have their attendance, only 278 who have their attendance and only 96 teachers who are still tuning in our webinar. Again, out of 291 teachers of Talaingod District, only 278 teachers who have their attendance. Reminder lamang po that our PSDS Sir Siniano Cobar is closely monitoring or strictly monitoring our attendance. And we have here a greeting. Greetings coming from Ma'am Michelle Bucor, still watching from Cuyas Elementary School. Bisan wala-wala ang signal, laban pa rin. Another greetings coming from Ma'am Fal Acoba. Thank you so much sa webinar na ito. Marami akong natutunan. Thank you so much, ma'am. I guess walang mga katanungan. And now okay pa. So, sa hindi pa naka-pretest, open pa po ang ating link at hanggang 12 noon lamang po ang ating pretest. Again, sa mga hindi pa naka-pretest, until 12 noon lang po ang ating pretest. So, mean to say, open pa rin ang ating pretest. At sa hindi pa naka-attendance, close na po. Our attendance link is officially closed. Again, our attendance link is officially closed. Greetings coming from Ma'am Rovi Jane Selvano, still watching po from Daguhoy National High School. Coming from Ma'am Honey May Castellano, still watching from Naseco Integrated School. Okay, so sir, baka mayroon ka pong announcement, sir, since wala pong mga katanungan.
So, wala
Hello,
wala
sir.
pa as of now, wala pa. Okay na
wala pa.
Wala pa as of now, no?
Okay. Wala
Sige.
Okay. Okay, meron shout out coming from Ma'am Sir John Laab. Good morning po everyone from Nasilaban IS. Okay. Okay, may pahabol na shout out po sa mga kasama kong teachers coming from Sir Lorenzo Junior Dakugan. At shout out din po sa mga sa Tibukag IS, sa mga teachers ng Tibukag IS at sa kanilang school head. Shout out din po sa mga teachers ng Lumundong Elementary School. Okay, another shout out again coming from Sir Alfonso Santiala. Shout out po sa mga teachers ng Naseco Integrated School. Okay, I guess wala na pong mga katanungan. So, thank you so much, teachers, for tuning in this morning. At dito po nagtatapos ang morning session. Reminder lamang po na at exactly 1 p.m. we will proceed to our part 2 of our webinar. Thank you so much and have a happy lunch. Thank you.